Yeah, so um, in my previous video, which I just uploaded on YouTube, I was discussing about the four architecture tests of supply chain management. So it's just a continuation for those that have followed the first video. So we were talking about Amazon. When you look at the supply chain management of Amazon, yeah, you see, they given the failure on the part of Amazon to perform in their best way practice. How does a company maintain their extreme high customer satisfaction rate? You see, for one thing, Amazon allows customers to check orders status, the status of the order. When you make an order, they will allow you to check the status of an order at any time after you've pressed it. And proactively, they will notify you as a customer when the product has been shipped or when it will be shipped. Also, Amazon provide a link to the carrier's website that allows you as a customer to track your order and the scheduled delivery date after you've ordered your product. You see, uh, the product has been shipped, tell you, you will be able to get the result. As a customer, you benefit from unprepared array of products, and Amazon optimizes its inventory investment and keeps supply chain costs low. You see, the relevance of specific supply chain practices will change as your supply chain strategy changes. When Amazon was founded, developing a core competence in order fulfillment management was not a key element of the company's strategy. Amazon's original business model was to own no inventory and no supply order products direct from the manufacturer or distributors customer placed orders. The supply chain and associated processes were designed to take advantage of the fact that warehousing of the primary products books was done already by books distribution companies. Amazon planned simply to place orders to these warehouses and not worry about managing inventory. You see. However, the company found that this model did not provide adequate control over the supply chain. You see, the customer's experience and the associated transaction. So it made the decision to build and operate its own warehouses. You see, the company has invested in some costly physical assets, but also has become an expert at warehousing. You understand? Between 1999 and the year 2003, through automation and persistent focus on product enhancing, you see, product enhancing, Amazon was able to triple warehouse output productivity. Operating cost fell from nearly 20% of total revenue to less than 10%. Warehousing performance became so good that Amazon started a side business of running the e-commerce back to end of other retailers, including the toys, the ARA, us and Targets. You see, a Harani Ryu, Amazon's vice president of European operation, notes that keeping Amazon's supply chain strategy in line with the company's business strategy is a consistent challenge. It's not like making fundamental changes to our strategies all the time. He says, but we do make tweaks. That means we need to tweak the associated supply chain process. For example, we started experimenting with the next day delivery in a certain location. Everything we had done until the time was based on model where trucks leave our distribution facilities at 08 hours. With a new strategy, suddenly we had to rethink some of our most basic processes. That's what the president said. Then also, Mark of Mastandre, director of fulfillment, explains how consistent, you see, how consistent process improvements are managed. We place an emphasis on understanding each element of the end-to-end process. So even though we have warehouses that we are built at different times and therefore, at they were built at different times with different levels of automation, with the bread processing do small enough increments, you see, that can get into points where they have common denominators that apply across all facilities. Then we do internal benchmarking to understand the best way to perform that particular processing and put those practices in place in other facilities. Amazon calls this structured methodology and uses teams consisting of industrial engineers, Six Sigma experts, representatives from all major functions continuously to cut the overall processes into increments that can be shared across the company. Mastantia notes that this approach is effective even the warehousing infrastructures can vary significantly. One warehouse might use even processes A and B, another might use processes A and C. We want to focus on optimizing, you see, optimizing how we do A and then do it the same way in each other location. You see, today when you look at Amazon, has moved to a mixed approach consisting of stocking high volume products and using partners to inventory lower volumes items as well as largely or irregular shaped items. You know, irregular shaped item that use warehouse specific inefficiently. The disadvantage of this strategy is maintaining single shipment orders. You see, when items originate in multiple locations, customers can choose to consolidate all items into a single shipment or have the product shipped as each becomes available. If the second option is selected, products are shipped direct from the location in which they are stocked. In some cases, Amazon may not allow the customer to consolidate all items and will ship certain purchases direct from the party. With a consolidation option, customers pay only for a single shipment, but the cost to Amazon actually may be higher than sending multiple shipments. Each non-stocked item is shipped to one distribution center, held until all items are received, and then repackaged and shipped to the customer. Amazon uses high sophisticated algorithm to plan stocking levels, location to minimize these split shipments. These algorithms are reviewed as enhanced containers, you see, allowing the customer to choose the delivery mode clearly enhances customers' experience and also have a significant impact on supply chain processes. Amazon process design emphasizes the importance of demand planning to predict sales and to determine the appropriate inventory levels to stock at each location. This focus has allowed the company to become highly inefficient at organizing warehouses to stock items close together that tend to be purchased at the same time. One indication of the success theory in the process to the strategy has been reduction in order fulfillment cost to 9.6% of sales in the first quarter of 2003 and from about 10.6% in the first quarter of 2020. See? So, while numerous practices can support your chosen strategy effectively, we caution you to avoid the trap of choosing cost leading edge practices. I provide only marginal support. Analyze the contribution that new business practices actually will make. Letting your supply chain strategy determine best practice priority. These are the practices that you should focus on optimizing. You know that your architecture has made the test of strategic fit when the value of new practices quantified before they are integrated into supply the chain architecture. New business practices are prioritized based on their ability to drive forward the supply chain strategy. You know, the supply chain architecture is reviewed regularly to ensure alignment with the current strategic direction. Then we go now to the end-to-end focus. In your supply chain architecture with an end-to-end focus, identifies where integration, both internal and external, internal and external. So, where you can create value for the company as a whole by integration, we mean shared goals and alignment of the processes, systems, and organization needs to achieve these goals. One of our clients, a global manufacturer of computer peripherals and the poor delivery performance relative to its competitor. Despite maintaining high levels of inventory, the management team did not understand this dictum. The company had invested in costly worldwide enterprise resource planning ERP system to better manage orders. Manufacturing, procurement, accounting had completed a number of supply chain improvement projects. Despite all this, it still had a poor performance and wondered what was accounting for. You see, when we take a close look at operating practices, reveal that each area such as purchasing, manufacturing, logistics, and sales were focused on achieving their functional objective at the expense of enterprise revenue out of income. For example, manufacturing actually designs its production facilities set up just in China, that's GIT, supplier deliveries, and boosted production quality with impressive results. Total production time, for instance, had been cut to less than 4 hours, best in class for the industry. Similarly, the company's logistics department had achieved the industrial leading transportation costs by putting in place such practices allowing only food truckloads to move products from manufacturing facilities to distribution centers. Because the company didn't have an end-to-end view of the supply chain, however, these goods practices actually were acting its delivery performance. The company's order management system assumed that the product was shipped shortly after production and confirmed customer delivery dates based on the end production date, plus a fixed transportation lead time. As a result, customers' orders were being confirmed with delivery dates that couldn't be met without a focus on the end-to-end supply chain process. Overall results suffered despite having more than 80 days of finished goods inventory. On-time delivery performance to customers' commit date was only 75%, compared with 85% for the industry leader. To fix the problem, the company put in place new supply chain processes with a focus on overall business performance. One of the first steps was to define company-level cross-functional objectives. What we call end-to-end targets? To set the targets, the project team created a supply chain scorecard, which we discuss in more details in chapter 5. The critical need to improve customer service and working capital need to targets based on the 4 metrics. The one-time delivery commit dates, the order fulfillment lead time, cash-to-cash cycle time, total supply chain cost. So when you look at this strategically, the one-time delivery, this was to commit to a date. The percentage of orders fulfilled on or before the internal commit date delivery measurements are based on the date complete order ship. You see? The order fulfillment lead time, average consistently achieved lead time in calendar days from customer order origination to customer order receipt. You see, there was the cash to cash cycles in China. The time it takes for cash to flow back into the company after it has been spent on external purchases, cash to cash time is calculated as total inventory days of supply plus delivery. So outstanding minus the average payment period for the material. You see, then there's this total supply chain management cost. The total cost to manage all the acquired material, manage all the inventory and supply. Supply chain, finance planning, and information technology costs represented and representative of revenue. Targets for each of these metrics were based on industry benchmarks and goals for each function were then aligned. This business objective within each region, finished goods inventory was held at the both regional distribution center and country warehouses. Each country managed its own supply chain operation. This practice led to different working practices and dedicated inventory in each country. As a result, there was no inventory visibility at the regional level. You see? And there would be a shortage in one country and excess inventory in another for the same product. In addition, although each region was up to running on the worldwide ERP implementation, different countries use their own standalone information system to manage warehousing and transportation. You see? So for today, I'm gonna close my my live video. I hope next time you can catch me up. Thank you. Have a good day. Bless you.